name is Saul Alaman. I'm a DreamHack student and I'm in support of the American Dream campaign. Before I begin, I would like to talk to you a little bit about who I am. I was born in Mexico and I came here at the shy age of 2. I grew up as an American watching the Jetsons, Dexter, and Hey Arnold. And I came here to Miami. What better place than living life here in Miami? I attended several schools here, and I've excelled in every school that I went to. I've gotten the distinction of having honor roll several times, and I graduated at my high school, Sudley Senior High, with a 3.7 GPA. I was admitted to many schools such as the University of South Florida, Florida International University, and Barry University. I was even invited to go to Dartmouth, but I never really applied for it because of my immigration status. I would like to talk to you a little bit about my senior year. My senior year was very much an emotional roller coaster, and it was very much the greatest year of my life. I met amazing people. I met one of the greatest persons in my life today, my best friend, and there were so many things going on in my life that I just turned around and I collided with one thing, and turned around and I collided with the next thing. But one of the hardest realizations or epiphanies that I had through high school, was in the 12th grade, was knowing and understanding that I'm an undocumented student. When I was young, my parents told me I could be the firefighter that goes in the fire truck, or the policeman who gives you a ticket when you're doing the wrong thing. I was told I could be whoever I wanted to be. And knowing that, I decided to, not take things for granted and excel, like a typical American should. But when I realized that everyone was applying for financial aid, and I decided to go in there and try to apply for financial aid myself, I was denied. I didn't have a social security number. I didn't have a Florida ID or anything to show that I belong here. I realized that I didn't belong to the United States of America. The place that I had known as home my whole life was not my home, my original home, the home that pertained to me. The only thing that separates me and a lot of people in this country is a piece of legislation. And that, in a sense, I find it unfair. Unfair because I work just as hard as the kids next door. And I show that I can be just as involved in the community as they can. And that I can excel in school just as much as they can. And sometimes even better. I currently am a college student in Miami-Dade. I was given opportunity. And opportunity truly does change everything. I don't want to get too much into how I am in college or to anything as much, but please know that I am actually on the right place and that I am on my way to success, despite a lot of struggles. The DREAM Act is a bill that, if passed through Congress, it would pave the way for many undocumented youth to have an opportunity to show that they belong here and to make their place in society, to help this economy combust and grow once again. Many people get this idea that, oh, let's give these guys, let's legalize them and our economy will be worse. But statistics show that over the course of, I think, 30 years, these DreamHack students are going to be putting in several $1 billion into the economy, because they are the future entrepreneurs, they're the future doctors, and they're the future good teachers that belong in this society. The DREAM Act is legislation which only applies for certain undocumented people. You had to come to the United States before the age of 16. You had to show that you had good moral character, and you had to show that you were willing to attend a 2-year institution of higher education or the military. Once you've completed once you are eligible for this legislation, it would be given to you. And you would be given a conditional permanent residency card, which would need to be renewed every 180 days over the course of 6 years. And after over the course of 6 years, if you haven't done anything wrong, you would finally be granted permanent residency. And, it continues. I believe it's a very sensible bill. I believe it's a bill that is very much common sense, just like the gay rights bill that is so controversial. The fact of the matter is that these pieces of legislation really should have no controversy to them. And if there were no political games or no political wins, as many people say, these bills would be passed without a problem. But yeah, anyway, this is me signing out and just letting everybody know to be strong and to stay safe, and I wish everyone luck with all their endeavors. And this is me saying I support the American Dream campaign.